This is the first real meal the boy has ever had in his life, but in his hands, there is nothing but air. Yet from the satisfied look on his face, you can tell just how hungry he truly is. Realizing he can't survive like this anymore, the boy makes a bold decision. He heads into the dangerous forest to hunt, because this is the only way he can stay alive. But what he never expected is that the moment he steps deeper into the woods, a massive passenger plane suddenly crashes straight toward him. At the same time, a fighter jet slams into the ground nearby, triggering a violent explosion. In the final second, the boy leaps away and barely escapes the blast wave, before he can even catch his breath. The falling plane above him changes direction and crashes down on the other side instead. He survives again, but when the dust settles, the boy freezes in shock. Right in front of him lies a strange metallic object. Curious, he slowly approaches. Suddenly, something moves inside. A set of numbers appears on the glass, pointing toward the lower left corner. Following the signal, the boy finds a keypad and successfully opens the hatch. The person inside steps out. The boy immediately raises his sword and demands to know who he is. Without hesitation, the man throws him an ID card. When the boy opens it, shocking words appear: President of the United States. Seeing the boy's disbelief, the president quickly explains, earlier that day, Air Force One was attacked. Every defense system failed at once, even the escort fighters lost control. During the chaos, the president was rushed into an escape pod and launched away. But something darker happened. As the last bodyguard prepared to jump, he realized no one else had deployed their parachutes. Before he could react, the president's assistant shot him and took the only working parachute, because he was working with terrorists. Moments later, multiple missiles struck the aircraft, causing the disaster. The next day, while escaping through the mountains, the boy and the president discovered dozens of dead security personnel. The president immediately realizes there is a traitor inside his own team. Suddenly, his former bodyguard appears with armed terrorists and begins chasing them down from the ridge above. Knowing he won't survive, the president tells the boy to run, but it's too late. The traitor punches the president and calls in a helicopter. They stuff the president into a freezer container, preparing to transport him away. That's when the boy makes his choice. He will save the president to prove his own strength. He races up the mountain, leaps onto the moving helicopter load, and clings to the freezer. The pilot tries to shake him off. The boy falls, but refuses to give up. Under gunfire, he climbs a tree and jumps again, landing back on the container. With a knife, he cuts the rope. The freezer crashes to the ground, but the helicopter circles back and opens fire again. To survive, the boy and president climb inside the freezer and push it downhill. The container rolls into a river and is carried into a lake. Only then do they crawl out. Nearby, they spot the wreckage of Air Force One. With the helicopter closing in, they dive underwater and swim into the partially submerged aircraft. Inside, there is still air. They think they're safe, until the ceiling suddenly explodes. An enemy operative jumps inside and plants a bomb. But then he is betrayed by his own ally, who cuts the rope and traps him inside with the president. Furious, the terrorist attacks the president. Just as things turn deadly, the boy smashes him with a fire extinguisher. The president grabs the fallen weapon and finishes the fight, but the bomb timer is still ticking. With no time left, the president pulls the emergency ejection system. Both he and the boy are blasted into the sky. Parachutes deploy mid-air. The boy fires an arrow at the traitor pilot. At first, it looks harmless, but seconds later, the enemy collapses as the delayed impact takes effect. Behind them, the plane explodes. At the Pentagon, officials assume the president is dead. By law, the vice president prepares to take power. But on the mountainside, the boy's father waits anxiously. Suddenly, parachutes fall from the sky, special forces arrive, and moments later, the boy and the president emerge alive. The nation celebrates, but elsewhere, the vice president realizes his plan has failed. In a desperate attempt to erase evidence, he confronts his partner and pays the ultimate price. In the end, rescue helicopters arrive. The boy may not have returned with prey, but he returned with something greater. He saved the president. They pose together for a historic photo, a symbol of courage and survival, and soon after, the boy is awarded a national honor. His childhood ends that day, and a hero is born. The movie ends here. Thanks for your watching. Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out.